Welcome to our program of Catholic Institutes, and today we are at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa for the first AMESEA meeting for Vice Chancellors and Principals of Catholic colleges and universities. It is a great opportunity to meet these great people who are leading these great universities. Why don't you try these Catholic Institutes? For I believe there is something much valuable which will be added in your life. First and foremost, being the fact that these are Catholic institutes. These institutions are supposed to run in a way that Christian values are instilled in each and every student who gets a chance to pursue further education in these institutes. Join me, your host, Sister Christine, and let us venture with these principals and university chancellors and be informed of what they would like to inform the public.
Lord God, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you, Father, for the gift of life, and in granting us this opportunity to converse around various issues affecting our institutions with the media. We pray that you will bless this session. We pray this, believing and trusting in Jesus' name.
Amen. So we wish to welcome all of you for this joint communique. The people who are represented here are the Catholic universities, vice chancellors, and also the Catholic university colleges, principals in the AMESEA region. AMESEA stands for All Member Episcopal Conference of the Eastern African countries, and these are countries that we start with Ethiopia, we go to Sudan, south and north of Sudan. We also represent Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Malawi, and Zambia. And therefore, we also plan to incorporate the country of Djibouti as well as Somalia as part of the AMESEA. So the process is going on, and so it is one of the Catholic blocs in the African region, and therefore AMESEA stands for those countries. The two-day meeting brought the vice chancellors and principals of Catholic universities and university colleges, including the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, Ruaha Catholic University College in Tanzania, Mwenge University in Tanzania, Malawi Catholic University of Malawi, Zambia Catholic University, Catholic University of South Sudan, St. Augustine University Tanzania, Tangaza University College, Hekima University College, Marist International University College, and Uzima University College, as well as the AMESEA Secretary General, who left because he had another meeting in Uganda. The meeting discussed key issues including regional integration and creating an AMESEA identity in the Catholic universities and the university colleges, enhancing quality and collaboration among the institutions, entrenching Christian values, and inculcating ethics in their educational curriculum, good governance and effective Christian leadership, joint research, supervision of theses and research projects, credit transfers of students and staff sabbatical exchange, as well as joint conferences among the AMESEA region universities and university colleges.
The meeting resolved the following. Number one, revitalization of the Catholic identity in Catholic universities and to promote AMESEAness. The meeting agreed to work together to align the ideals and common values of the Catholic identity and AMESEA spirit, which includes mission and vision, in all institutions. Then D, to define the role of universities and university colleges in developing common response to contemporary issues such as corruption, social justice, regional integration, family cohesion, among others. And then C, work towards introducing Catholic common core courses in all institutions, such as critical thinking and Catholic social teaching. And D, to share information and jointly work together to forge a common front. D, to develop common approaches to quality assurance beyond local compliances in line with church teachings, as well as undertake peer quality audits. F, assess and leverage capacities and expertise in individual institutions for the synergistic benefit of all collaborating institutions. G, to work to make the institutions more inclusive in their approach to teaching, research, and community service. H, to train a pool of leaders at all levels of management to ensure a more robust institutions. Number 2, to revitalize the role of chaplaincy. In order to enhance the Catholic identity and mission in the MSA institutions, the meeting agreed on the need to A, revitalize the role of chaplaincy in line with modern day challenges in all Catholic institutions. B, to develop a common chaplaincy training curriculum. And C, define and expand the role of chaplaincy to move beyond spiritual guidance into more holistic life skills.
On good governance and effective Christian leadership. The universities and university colleges agreed to take a more active role in offering short-term courses on leadership skills to key actors in church and social leadership. These will include, number 1, strategic management and leadership skills. 2, prudent financial management. 3, ethical leadership. 4, entrepreneurship skills. On entrenching Christian values and inculcating ethics in educational curricula, the meeting agreed to, number 1, enhance their work in inculcating positive values in the management of their institutions, as well as integrating ethics in their educational curriculum to ensure more holistic graduates who can positively impact society into the future.
The meeting agreed to undertake joint research, joint supervision of thesis and research projects, credit transfer of students amongst Amesera region universities, staff sabbatical exchange with Amesera region universities, and joint conferences amongst Catholic universities in the Amesera region, especially in the area of socio-economic development issues, for example, health, housing, security, education, cultural issues, unemployment, human development, justice and peace, corruption, among others.
In the area of enculturation, the members agreed to firstly undertake joint research on enculturation as part of promoting the gospel within their Christian and Catholic mandate. Secondly, to use their theological resources in teaching and creating new knowledge on enculturation. Thirdly, to co-author research works in this area. Fourthly, to undertake comparative research on various cultures. Fifthly, to package and disseminate research on enculturation through a joint online journal. Sixthly, create research teams to stimulate and promote research in all our institutions. And seventhly, to seek funding for our joint researches. In the area of governance and social, economic and pastoral issues, the members agreed to develop scientific papers on governance, social, economic and pastoral issues, and to share the same with relevant stakeholders and the general public. And secondly, the members agreed to have a first joint conference in November 2019.
So thank you very much. As you can hear, our communication is about creating a solidarity or a common front in addressing both socio-economic and educational needs in our region. The bishops in the Amasea region have always wanted this solidarity created, and so that everybody benefits from the issues of regional integration, quality education, quality evangelization, peace in the region, proper governance. As we know that the region, a lot of our countries in this region of the Amasea are either hosts to a lot of refugees or they are experiencing conflict, and which is not a very good recipe for development. And therefore, this is the first meeting of its kind where all the institutions of higher learning in the region have decided to come together and form this formidable front in which we shall contribute effectively to our people in the Amasea region and even beyond.
As a group, we've discussed about issues of corruption which affect the region, which affect all our countries at various levels. We would like as universities to bring to bear studies that will unearth the root causes of corruption, the avenues that corruption take in our various countries, with the hope that we can be on a path to arresting this evil in our society. But mind you, this is the first meeting, so we have discussed in broad terms most of these, and the commitment amongst the universities here is that we continue the discussion. We're meeting again in November to concretize on our association and ensure that we forge ahead in concrete areas. So you can be sure, yes, corruption will be one of those that will be taken up in very concrete ways here and after.
2 points I would make. The first one is the church is a complex organisation and the bishops are the spokesmen for the Catholic Church. So that's the first point I would make. Second point I would make is the role of universities is associated with the academic analysis of things. So when we talk about running conferences, what we're going to be talking about is analysing the various issues that are there. And the one that you quote about the protection of minors, the Pope is expecting the local church leaders, the regional leaders, the bishops, to give a leadership on this. But it's the role of universities to analyse the whole issue, to look at what's involved in this, the impact of it. And I think that is our role as universities to provide the study behind it. And we would submit our reflections and our analysis to the bishops, and then the bishops will be the ones who speak on behalf of the church.
The conference in Rome has just ended, and the bishops are coming home with a dossier. I'm sure in all the national conferences, each bishop from each national conference will share this with the members of the conference that will whittle down to our respective dioceses on what was discussed. As we sit here, of course, we only have heard from the media, but we have not seen what was discussed. So you can be sure that this is going to be tackled very soon. And as Catholic universities and university colleges, this is the think tank of Catholic bishops in the Amasea region. So you can be sure that when we get the dossier, we will discuss it very, very plainly, and we will join other members of the Catholic Church to forward our suggestions to the bishop who will speak on our behalf. Thank you very much.
The population of young people in these countries, member countries, is actually swelling. So have you thought of the possibility of coming up with a very active wing of Amasa which can be able to spearhead imparting and acquisition of practical skills? Because not all the students that we trace will be able to be absorbed by the formal sector. Can be able to come up with something that a very active TVET wing that just focuses on practical training and practical skills.
It is good to know that the new curriculum that has been mounted in Kenya is based on such competencies in the practical skills. We have also had the TVETs and all the TVETA coming up with the programs that are teaching on technical skills in Kenya. And this has been a product of a lot of consultations. Within our universities and also the church colleges, we have a lot of technical colleges that teach this technical and what we call adaptive skills. Because if students cannot get a white-collar job, they need to be so versatile so as to fit in other areas. And therefore, we are totally in partnership with the societies in our country, and I think the Catholic Church was the first one to, among the beginnings of these technical colleges, that taught like mechanics, taught plumbing, taught carpentry, and other technical skills that are there. You don't need to go far from here to see like the Don Bosco, the other dioceses, all of them virtually have technical training skills, and we hope to enhance that. We also hope to create, in future, to create technology in our universities so that we could teach technical skills, although ICT is one of the technical skills. And we have those programs here, and they lead to self-employment and also to entrepreneurship. So even like you have seen about what we were reading over here, we have said that one of the things that we want to inculcate is to inculcate entrepreneurship in our society. That's really the technical part of the application of what we have learned into the real business or industry, so that they can incubate the ideas and bring them out in forms of income generating activities.
You talked of integrating Somalia into Masai. Given that the majority of the country's population is Muslim, are you anticipating any challenge in that regard?
It is very important to know that there are Christians in Somalia, and these Christians, include the Catholics, and the Catholic Church is also very vibrant in Somalia now, trying to forward and to the front the issues of peace, and therefore, unless we bring them, we cannot be able to take part effectively in the building of peace communities there. We also have an ecumenical dialogue, like even Tangaza. We have had a dialogue with the Muslim universities here, and one of the themes was on the relationship among the children or the descendants of Abraham, where we, the Muslims, the Christians, and almost all peoples descended from Abraham. And there is a very positive collaboration. So using such collaborations with the Muslim universities, we can also have a very multifaceted approach to the matters of peace, both in Christian as well as in Islamic countries. Yeah, so we are doing the groundwork in preparation for that.
Also, maybe, I don't know whether this is due to ignorance, but I'm just curious to know. For the sake of national, regional integration, like for these universities which are here, also they are Catholic universities. So other students from other regions, are they allowed to join?
Even at the Catholic university, we have even a lot of Muslims. In January, I admitted 17 Muslims on one day. So we have Seventh Day, we have Jehovah Witnesses, we have members from across board of the Christianity and the Muslims and even other faiths that are outside those thresholds. Yeah.
We don't recruit students because they are Catholics. We recruit students because they satisfy the recruitment criteria. So in our universities, you have students from faiths across the board. I can speak about our own university in Malawi. The number of Catholics in the Catholic University of Malawi is less than the number of Presbyterians that we have in the same university.
We have been meeting with the Catholic higher institutions of Eastern Africa, and therefore we had the vice chancellors and the principals from the universities and the universities colleges. And we had from Zambia, from Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya, Sudan, and they are, because their Masea also includes Ethiopia, as well as we are including maybe in a short time Somalia and Djibouti. And the issues that we are discussing, one of them is to create a solidarity of education institutions that are owned by the Catholic Church in the region, and also to create a platform where we can exchange the stuff, we can exchange ideas, and we can have a pool of experts that we can count on when we are faced with the various academic issues, as well as joint researches. Among the other issues, we talked about the inculcation of Catholic ethical teachings and social teachings in the country and in our own universities and around, so that we can be able to enhance the discipline, the faith, and contribute towards the evangelization of our peoples. We have also talked about governance. We have seen that our countries have become either a source of refugees or even an exporter of refugees. And we need to look for good governance, peace, and harmony in our region, so that the Catholic universities will be doing, and the constituent colleges will be doing research in topical issues, in the causes of this animosity, and informing the policy makers through the bishops of their Masea about the best practices. We also have a lot of corruption in our countries that has built such a great rift or distance between the poor and the rich, where the resources that are scarce, because we are mainly developing countries, have been mismanaged in a big way. You have seen them in the television, you have seen them in courts of law, you have heard them being talked left and right. So we need to address the issues of governance, the issues of ethics, the issues of peace, and the issues of regional integration. On the regional integration, it is important to know that we are creating the East African bloc. We have also the IGAD. Even as the church is involved, we have the Masea as a region. And our aim is also to create the best academic and behavioral framework that will inculcate and enhance this integration. Like you know, now we are taking the East African passport. but it should translate into more collaborations in leadership, in business, so that we can grow as a single market bloc that will enhance our development in education, entrepreneurship, and technology that is going to translate and evolve our countries from developing into industrialized countries. So those, among others, are the things that we have discussed. And we also hope that we shall have the training for chaplains, curriculum that will also address the modern issues. We have the youth and drugs. We have the youth and sexuality. We have issues of child abuse, among others. As you know, they have been discussed in Rome in the last few days. The brain tank, or the thinking tank of the region, should come up with good policies and proposals that will arrest these ills that are bedeviling our society and our church in the modern times. So those are the issues that we did, and we will continue to work together. As you have heard, that the Catholic University will continue to spearhead these issues. I have been asked to take over as the interim chairman of the Catholic higher institutions of the Amasea region. And we have already concretized one item by having another meeting in November, and also having a joint conference in November, where we shall bring up all those various issues of governance, education, faith, and integration, among others.
Is there a way on how you will harmonize it so that in all of those countries you'll be able to implement almost the same thing?
Yeah, it is important to know that we have now a regional inter-university council for East Africa. I was in that meeting in Dar es Salaam, where we signed all the councils for universities, what we call university council, like what we have the Commission for University Education. They met, and now they have a framework in which we can transfer credits. That is already activated. On global partnerships, we partner with the universities in US. Even you must have seen, I had visitors from US who we are working on collaboration on online learning, and the credits can be transferred through certain frameworks. So there is always a framework in which those can be worked, because the universities, issues of governance cut across, issues of technology cut across, issues of leadership cut across, issues of technology, they cut across, because they are the things that we need so that we can move into the next level. So there is a good, actually, legal framework within the World League of Universities and the world governments that bring these collaborations together.
For sure, dear viewers, we've been together journeying with the vice chancellors and principals of Catholic universities and colleges. You've learned a lot, just as I have also learned a lot from this program. Thank you for being with us, and we pray that the Lord may keep us until we meet next time on your favorite program of Catholic Institute. I am your host, Sister Christine. God bless you.